Alright guys, so today I'm doing a review on the Empire EVS. This is the baseline EVS because I honestly think the HUD or the heads-up display version is a little hokey, a little gimmicky. Honestly, you don't really get anything out of the heads-up display that's actually useful unless every single one of your teammates has that super crazy expensive mask. This mask is still relatively expensive compared to other masks out there, but it is a good mask. I think Empire is kind of trying to get a little more modern with their masks. I mean, I do think that they have too many masks out, which makes me a little bit worried for their current masks that are out there. Because as you know, they own V-Force, they own all the JT lines, the Empire lines. So there's a lot of masks out there. So I just think that they're going to cannibalize on some of their sales by having all these different masks. So the EVS is one of the newest masks out, besides of course the i5 that is not currently available. But it will be available soon. The i5 also has, little voice things that can tell you what's going on. Alright, so the EVS comes in a box. I mean, yeah, it's all cool, whatever. Honestly, I could care less about the box. So, this is what matters to me. I don't care about the box. I lose those. I throw them away. I'm not going to keep them for resale. I'm not going to ship the mask in the box it came with. I'm just going to sell you this mask in a box that's very well wrapped and taken care of. But I do like this red microfiber. I do think it's different. It is very nice microfiber, so you can totally use it to clean off your mask. However, I wouldn't. I would just use it for storage purposes. So, taking it out. Alright, as you can tell, the first thing everybody notices with this mask is the giant lens. The giant lens is really cool looking. However, I tried on, I've worn every single mask. Honestly, don't see a difference in field of vision in any of the masks that I own. That's because I'm in the zone. I really don't notice a difference in the lens sizes. But it has a huge lens. I honestly feel like it saves on costs for Empire over the rubber. The rubber is really, really nice. It is a breathable mask, super breathable mask. It is far away from your face, so it allows the hot air and stuff to travel outwards. It does kind of sit on your nose. As you can see, there's a huge little bridge here for it to sit on your nose. The foam is really nice. It's a triple layer foam. It feels really good. Empire has, bar none, pretty much the best foam out there for masks. The soft ears are really nice, pretty much standard in the industry now. As far as soft ears goes, it's not too thick, not too thin. I really feel like it's going to give you good protection. Pretty much standard silicone beading on the back. Nice little Empire thing right there. Chin strap is on point. Maybe they knew something we didn't. Look at this chin strap. Comes with a little padded here. You're going to look kind of goofy because now we're all going to have to use chin straps, which kind of sucks, but that's okay. And if you put the mask on, the feedback is pretty intense. Just goes straight in your ears. That's unfortunate. You think that it would be a good mask to wear as far as communication, but it truly is not. However, all masks, I feel like you can hear what they're saying. It's not that big of a deal. The only thing that it bothers is the user. So yeah, I hear my voice pretty well in this mask, which kind of sucks. As you can tell, it does afford good protection. My chin still is exposed, but that's just the way that this mask is designed. I think all masks nowadays are going to be like that. It just is what it is. So anyway, let's go ahead and bring the camera down. Let's look at this mask a little bit closer. I'll show you how to take out the lens, and then I'll point out some of the positives and negatives about this mask. Alright, so now that we zoomed on the EVS, let's go ahead and take a look at how to take out the lens and some things I'm not a huge fan of. And some things that I am a huge fan of. So, as you guys know, chin straps, they're going to be mandatory. Alright, you're going to have to wear a chin strap, which kind of sucks. But the cool thing is that Empire made it so you can just unsnap them real quick and pull out your chin straps. So you don't actually have to cut your chin straps. I'm sure a lot of fields aren't going to make it mandatory for you to wear your chin straps on the field, but we'll see about that. So I'm only going to use it for NXL events and stuff like that, or MSXL, events that force you to wear your chin strap. But the chin strap is nice if you have to wear it. It's padded, really nice, soft, almost velvety. Very nice. The ears are very nice, but however, much like the i4s, you guys can see that, but it's Velcro stuck like tape. It's like Velcro tape on there, and they just stuck Velcro on the back and just kind of, I just wish you would snap in or something. That'd be nicer instead of the cheapy Velcro, because it's going to pop off and come off just like the i4s, and you're going to look like a goofball out there. So, I mean, it's just tape, Velcro tape. I mean, you can't get much cheaper than that. Like I said, this lens change system is amazing. So basically, it has a little thing that says pull arm, And that's basically all you do, and it has a lock and unlock. So you're gonna pull the arm. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'm pulling the arm and I'm twisting it to unlock. All right? Pull the arm, I'm twisting it to unlock, and then I'm just gonna push with my hand, and it's gonna come out. It's that easy. Super easy lens change system. Look at that. And there's no pieces that are floating around. You know, the V-Force grills, like the little earpieces come off. I've lost those before. And then, of course, the Empire E-Flex. You got a bunch of tiny little pieces with it that suck. And to get the lens back in, is you see like these little, horseshoe-looking things. So basically, all you do is just line it up. And then there's these little gaps right on the side. So you line it up and then you just push it in. There's 3 tabs up here that need to be lined up. Push those in. You just heard that snap, right? Then all you gotta do is pull the arm and twist in the arrow of the lock. Pull, lock. Pull, and lock. I mean, really, truly, it doesn't get much easier than that. And I love that there's no little tiny pieces that are freaking falling out, you're losing. Gotta call the company, everything like that. Now the ears can come off just like the E-Flexes, where you just kind of pull them off. This foam is also interchangeable. I think that's really important because, you know, foam gets blown apart, you know, you lose your foam gets nasty, whatever. So changing the foam is gonna be great. But like I said, just because this lens is gigantic doesn't mean that you have amazing field of view. I don't know about you guys, but no matter what mask I put on, I'm never like, I can't see what I want to look at because there's something in the way. The only thing I do notice is like on my E-Flexes and my KLRs is the black seal over the nose. I do notice that. That's kind of annoying. I do not notice that with the E-Flexes. I'm sorry. I do not notice that with the EVSs. The EVS does not have that seal, which I am very happy with, but it does sit far off your face, and it is a larger mask. If you have a smaller face, I probably wouldn't recommend this mask. I would go more with the i4s or the KLRs. But even so, if you have a small face, just go with the i4s, be safe, get the good mask that does not fog, that you can communicate, that you can breathe in really well. However, if you're looking for a new mask and you just want to try out a new mask, like this is going to be my new woods ball mask. Did really well in the woods, did not fog. I can, you know, that's my main thing is issues with fog in the woods. And this thing didn't do it, so I'm really, really happy with the anti-fog. The good thing is that it's scratch resistant. It keeps all those harmful UVA and UVB rays that could be coming in and giving you, like, you know, that's the stuff that causes skin cancer. So I think that's really cool that they're trying to get them more to be like actual, like, kind of like glasses in a way. But they definitely put a lot of effort into these goggles. I think they're really cool looking. I just wish they were... I don't know. I just wish they wouldn't reverberate. And I think that's just, you know, the holes, and there's not a lot of holes on the side here. There's not a lot of venting. I mean, there's like tiny itty bitty holes. But you have to understand, because there's no big holes, like the sound just reverberates back into your ears, and it's so incredibly loud. But do they look cool? Yeah, they do look cool. That's about it. I just want to show you guys how to change lens. I mean, that's really the most important thing when having this mask is how am I going to change the lens. But other than that, guys, that's it. Let's go ahead and bring up the camera and get into the conclusion. So what do I think about the Empire EVS? I think it's a really good mask. It's not as heavy as people say it is. You really don't notice it on your face. It's super comfortable. It's breathable, does not fog. The lens is really, really huge. However, I do not feel like it increases your vision in any way, shape, or form. I believe that it does essentially save money for the company, as it's probably cheaper to make these lenses that are like most of the mask as compared to this rubber material. But it is really nice. The ears are nice. The lens change system is bar none probably the easiest lens change system, and it's better than the E-Flexes where you take all those parts and you just pull it out, slip out the lens, put in the new one, push it back in. I mean, super easy lens change system, probably the best on the market right now. But it is a great mask. Like I said, don't bother buying the HUD system unless all of you on your entire team are going to spend all that money on the HUD system. But you know, it's a cool mask. It looks cool. That helps too. You know, you want to have a cool looking mask. That's part of it as well. But I think that if you buy it, you'll totally be happy with it. I really don't think anyone's going to be unhappy with this mask. There's just like the few things I pointed out that I don't like, but they're super minimal, and you do see it on other masks as well. But if you're looking at the EVS and you're considering buying one, I say go for it. You will not be disappointed. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope to see some of you guys soon. Take it easy.